Hello, I welcome you all to this webinar on Azure governance and compliance. My name is Devashish Roy. I'm the senior network analyst at the Indian Cybersecurity Solutions, and we'll talk about the cloud's governance and compliance, the policies, whatever policies you have in the Azure cloud, and how to deploy those policies. So let's begin. So ensuring excellence in the cloud, you should have some Azure governance and compliance strategies. Some policies need to be followed. So, what are those policies? What are the governance? What are the rules needed for the cloud that we'll discuss? So, in today's digital landscape, Azure governance is essential for ensuring compliance and to manage resources effectively. Now, we'll explore the key strategies to navigate governance and compliance within Azure, helping organizations to achieve excellence in their cloud operations. So, what is the Azure governance? What do you understand by that? So Azure governance actually it is a set of policies like the role-based access control (RBAC) policy or IAM roles that you have. So it is like the set of policy and rules that controls and ensures the resources are managed according to organizational standards. So all these regulations, all these rules together is called the governance. It includes tools like Azure policy, blueprints, and management groups also. Like Azure policy, like that role based access control, RBAC, that is actually the Azure policy. And you have something that is blueprints and management groups. So, you together, all these things make the Azure governance and Azure policy. To enforce the compliance and maintain order in cloud environments, you use these things. Compliance with regulations such as GDPR and HIPAA is crucial for organizations. Now, Azure provides various tools to help maintain compliance, and it ensures that data handling practices align with legal requirements, thus protecting both the organization and its clients. Key governance tools like Azure offers several tools for governance, including the Azure policy for resource management, then Azure blueprints for compliance, then Azure Monitor. Then there is a monitor service to monitor your activities, your logs for tracking resource performance, and say some hardware component has failed. So you can get the results there, you can get some warning there with Azure Monitor. These tools work together to create a robust governance framework. Now you have to establish and define clear governance policies, and that is also vital for your organization. These policies should define resource allocation, access control, and compliance requirements as well. And it ensures that every team member understands their responsibility and the standards they must uphold. So if you are working in a team in a cloud, you must encompass these policies and you must implement these rules strictly. So it is totally a team game. Implementing Azure policy. So you can implement the Azure policy and it allows organizations to enforce compliance at scale. Now you can define specific policies for different people, for some different organization, and it can automatically evaluate resources and ensure adherence to established governance standards across all Azure services. Utilize Azure blueprints. Now Azure blueprints they streamline the deployment of compliant environments by providing a set of resources, policies, and templates. So if you have some policies, if you have some resource and templates, say some settings, a predefined setting, so you should actually apply those things for the cloud deployment. And these tools helps organizations maintain consistency and ensures that environments meet regulatory requirements from the start. Now you have to monitor also the cloud. Continuous monitoring is crucial for maintaining compliance. Azure Monitor and Azure Security Center, they are there to provide real-time insights into resource compliance and alerting the organizations to any deviations from established policies and enabling prompt corrective action. So I was talking about the log monitoring, the log analysis, all should be there in the cloud itself. Because if you are monitoring a cloud, then you should be aware of the health of the cloud, the health of the server, The server may have some performance issues, some hardware issues may come. So definitely you should monitor these cloud activities there. Educating teams about governance and compliance is essential for success. Now, regular training sessions on Azure governance tools and compliance requirements definitely employ employees to uphold standards and contribute to a culture of accountability. So everybody is accountable for his duties to the cloud. So that is to be maintained. Now, there are some challenges in governance as well. Like the organizations, they often face challenges in governance such as complex policies. So, complexity of policies, lack of awareness, and rapid changes in regulations. These are some of the challenges if you face in the cloud. Now, you have to address these challenges perfectly, and it requires a proactive approach and a commitment to continuous improvement in governance practices. Now, future browser governance means that as cloud environments evolve, so will governance strategies. So, embrace automation, machine learning, and advanced analytics. It will enhance compliance monitoring and policy enforcement. Now, ensure organizations remain agile and compliant in a dynamic landscape. So, that is also very vital for the future of the governance. So, if you are maintaining a cloud, if you are deploying and governing a cloud, so these policies should be maintained strictly. So we can conclude that effective Azure governance and compliance strategies are essential for achieving the excellence in your cloud operations in a, say, a data center, in a cloud data center, and by leveraging the right tools and by fostering the culture of compliance, organizations can definitely navigate challenges and thrive in the digital era. So this is about the Azure governance policy, the roles that you can assign to any user or groups. And now we will talk about more details about the Azure policy. So, implementing the Azure policy and blueprint. So, these things you can implement for enhancing the cloud compliance. So, how to do it? So, Azure governance is essential for maintaining compliance and security in cloud environments. And we'll explore how to effectively implement Azure policy and blueprint to optimize governance practices, ensuring that your cloud resources meet organizational and regulatory standards. Azure policy, this is a service. I have already told you about the role based access control, RBAC service, or a policy that helps manage your resources by enforcing rules and effects over them. Now, it allows organizations to create, assign, and manage policies that ensure resources are compliant with internal and external regulations, now enhancing overall cloud governance. So, this Azure policy is a very effective tool. Benefits of Azure policy provides multiple benefits like automated compliance. So, if you have implemented a policy, so every time you do not to change the policy, you will implement the policy once and it will be implemented automatically. And cost management also, and improve security posture. And by enforcing policies, organizations can reduce risk and ensure that their cloud resources adhere to best practices and regulatory requirements. Introduction to Azure Blueprint. Here we will introduce Azure Blueprint, that is a framework that actually allows organizations to define a repeatable set of Azure resources, policies, and permissions. It simplifies the process of deploying and managing compliant environments, ensuring that all necessary components are in place for effective governance. Benefits are like using Azure Blueprint streamlines that the deployment of compliant environments. Now it enables organizations to implement a standardized approach, a different approach to a resource management, and it reduces the time spent on compliance checks and it ensures that all resources meet organizational standards. Integrate policy and blueprint, so you can combine integrate the Azure policy and blueprint, and it enhances governance by ensuring that all policies are consistently applied across all resources. Now this integration allows for automated compliance checks, also regulatory checks or regulatory monitoring, and simplifies the management of resources, ultimately leading to stronger cloud governance. To effectively implement Azure policy and blueprint, organizations should establish clear governance objectives. Regularly, they should review the policies and involve all stakeholders in the process. This approach helps ensure that governance remain aligned with business goals because it's a proactive approach. So we can conclude that optimizing governance through Azure policy and blueprint is vital for achieving enhancing cloud compliance. Now, organizations should take actionable steps to implement these tools actually, and they should be implemented strictly, and they should continuously monitor the effectiveness and adapt to changing regulatory landscapes. So these are about the theories of the Azure policy and governance, and you can also go to the Azure portal here, as you can see, and you can go to the RBAC, the role based access control. You can go to the Azure, say, policy. If you search for the policies, so they will give you some results, but definitely the Azure policy will not give you the desired result here, because you have to go to any resource group, and there you have to find the, say you go to the any resource groups there, and there you will find the RBAC, not separately. So it's opening the resource group console, and you go to a resource group, a default group, or you just create a resource group there, and there you are the access control, the policies that I was talking about, this access control or the IAM roles. So it's just working. You can go to monitoring also. See, it has come. So access control, you can view your access, check access. So every policy you can see. You can see the role assignments. If you have been assigned to any role, any roles here, whatever the roles you have been assigned as an user or a group. Actually, we have not assigned any user, so it is actually searching. But if you have assigned a role assignment to any specific user or groups, you will definitely be able to see here. Again, the alerts, the all the see all these user groups, the built-in user and groups, all you can see here, and also the alerts you will get here if you have any alerts there. So Azure Monitor that I was talking about, there is a separate service for the Azure log and monitoring. But here also, for in any resource group or anything, any resource, you will get the alerts, and you can actually add some metrics also. So there is no such error or events, but if it's there, it will find it and it will display that. So in the settings, you will get the policies. Here you get the policies here. See, there is policy compliance, and it's just opening. So no policy is assigned. You can assign a policy. You can create a policy there. I have to define the scope and also the policy definition, and you have to enforce the policy. So these are the different policies that they have, and you should deploy the policies there. Your cloud service provider add that policy version and review and create that policy. So you just create the policy and then you implement it on the users and groups the resources. So this way you can actually create the policies for the compliance and governance, and you can also do the security, that is the role based access control that I have already shown you. So this is a way to do that. So here you can create many things. You can go to many services, like if you search for Azure compliance, so there you can find compliance automation tool for Office 365. So there is automation also. So automation is also inbuilt within the Office 365, Microsoft 365 there. So you get many things here in the compliance and governance category. So it's just opening. So it is not there actually because the 65 is not installed here. So it is not getting the code. So you have to actually install that, and then you can only uh, see the reports and all these things. So Office 65 should be installed here, and then you can only get this app compliance automation tool. So it is not getting, okay, because nothing is there. So that is about the Azure compliance and governance. And I have also discussed with you the theory parts, the Azure policy and the blueprint. Also, I have shown you practically how can you implement those, the steps, the features that I discussed with you. And there you can go to the Azure portal and actually you can deploy the policies, the Azure policy and governance. And so it will be very beneficial for your cloud deployment of the organization. So cloud is definitely the future of every enterprise. And as you can see that all policies, all regulations are moving towards the cloud. So definitely you have to leverage the power of this Azure policy and governance to achieve the maximum in your enterprise. So I hope that it was useful for you and for your Azure the requirement, and also for your Azure administrator studies. So I thanks all of you to join this webinar once again. I will come with some new topic next time. Till then, bye.